It's a long way from Hamilton to Boca Raton, Florida, but this guy has enjoyed retirement down there for a number of years. His hometown of Sudbury is, a little bit cold in winter, but I think he's well deserved to have a great retirement. Very talented player. Excelled in the NHL and WHA over several seasons, and probably one of the most underrated centers in WHA history, because not only was he talented, he was a great teammate and great with the media, great with the fans. So today we're going to be talking about the excellent career of Bryan Campbell. Now, Bryan Campbell, born March 27th, 1944, came to major prominence with some successful seasons with the Hamilton Red Wings. He ended up being undrafted, but he was affiliated with the Detroit program. Last season with Hamilton, he had 38 points in 39 games, but eventually moved up to the CPHL in 64 with the Indianapolis Capitals and the Cincinnati Wings, where he had 4 points in 5 games. Now, 65 and 66, he was back to CPHL with the Memphis Knights, and then eventually with the Omaha Knights in the CPHL in 67. 3 consecutive seasons, 20 goals, 23, 24, and 26. Now, with expansion, the LA Kings came calling. He had his rookie campaign with the Crowns in 68 with 21 points in 44 games, but also had a successful season with Springfield the next year with 27 goals and 20 assists for 55 games. Now, 69, he was there in the Kings playoff run. He had 3 points in the regular season and 2 goals in the playoffs. Now, back to Springfield and time with LA in 1970. With the Kings, he had 4 goals and 4 assists in 31 games. Now, where his fortune changed, Chicago took a chance on him late in the 70 season, eventually played with them in the playoffs, where he got 3 points in 8 games. 71, he was part of Chicago's playoff run towards the Stanley Cup Final, 54 points in 78 games, including 17 goals. Now, as a mostly defensive player in 72, he had 18 points in 75 games and 4 games in the playoffs. Now, he eventually jumped to the WHA, and his consistent minor pro production really bore fruit in the second major league. He played with Philadelphia, Vancouver over 3 seasons, and Cincinnati in 76, scoring 25, 27, 29, and 22 goals. His career year came in 74 when he had 89 points in 76 games, including 62 assists. 77, he split time with the Racers and the Oilers, 13 goals and 46 assists for 59 points, and wrapped up his WHA career in 78 with 20 points in 53 contests. Now, WHA final totals, almost point a game, 433 games, 376 points, 123 goals, and of course, 5 points in the playoffs. Most of them came with the Oilers' 1977 playoffs. NHL, 35 goals in 260 games, 106 points, 7 points in 22 playoff contests. Now, the thing about Bryan Campbell, he was considered almost like a money player. When he had an opportunity to score or opportunity to set up a great play, he was there. Now, I think, in my opinion, the best WHA team not to make the playoffs was that 74 squad, and I can tell you why. The Vancouver Blazers that year had some really good players. They had Bryan Campbell, of course, Danny Lawson, very underrated player, Claude Saint-Sauveur, Don Burgess, John McNoe, and Murray Byers. So some good minor pro players that went on to future success. But interesting about like I said, with Don Burgess, he was a legend of Greensboro before he ended up in the Blazers program, and we're seeing a lot of parallels here. People that really excelled in the secondary minor pro leagues, EHL, CPHL, WHL, really opening out in WHA. Maybe they're used to the wide open play, because I don't think most of the minor pro teams these players played for were excelling on defense. It was wide open, sort of like a kind of a minor league version of the Q that we saw in the late 80s, early 90s. So, ladies and gentlemen, that's the story of Bryan Campbell. We hope you enjoyed it. Thanks for dropping in. Give us a like, comment, and subscribe, because we appreciate any feedback we get from you, the great listeners. Have a good one. Keep your stick in the ice. Bye.